Hi, I'm Reggie Alexander with Polly's Pleasures Jewelry, and today we're going to learn the Byzantine weave. For our marketing purposes, we call Byzantine Camelot. There's a lot of different names for it depending on who you talk to. It's known as Byzantine, which is the most common name for it. It's known as X's and O's, Kisses and Hugs, Knots of Hercules. These are all names for the same weave. And the weave looks like this. I think everyone has probably seen a Byzantine weave at some point in their life. You can do a lot of variations with it that we'll cover in future tutorials. You can add rubber to it like this so that it stretches. So it's stretch Byzantine. You can double everything up so that it's double Camelot or stretch double Byzantine. You can make it into very artistic things where you can make it out into a lace, which excuse me, this one's not quite, got taken apart, so we'll show you Camelot lace a little bit later. Excuse me. Byzantine is a very basic, easy weave to learn. I'm going to have to put my glasses on so that I can see. I'm getting old, sorry. In a Byzantine weave, or Camelot weave, just so we're on the same page, the silvery colored ones we call spacers, the red ones we call crosses. So you have crosses and spacers. So if you're working for us and we tell you we want a particular color spacers and a particular color of crosses, now you know what they are. The three silvery colored ones are spacers, the four red colored ones are crosses. Just so we're on the same page. I'm going to teach you two ways of doing this. One is the traditional one by one ring at a time way, and the other one is the speed weaving way, which is how I like to do it. When you're going to do these, a lot of times we'll use either black, silver, or champagne, or black ice as the crosses, as a nice accent color. And we use the various colors that we want to emphasize in the spacers. And that really comes across really well. You can see the difference between this one, where the red is very prominent and the black is a nice accent, versus this one where the red is the crosses and the black ice is the spacers. So you can see the difference, how which one you make it in, which one's the accent, which one's the focus color. On the piece I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to show you how to do it one ring at a time, and you're going to have to bear with me on these because these are much smaller rings. We're using 18 gauge 3/16 inch rings, which means that the size of the ring is 18 gauge, it's a smaller wire, and 3/16 inch is the inner diameter from inside edge to inside edge. On most of these, that's not that big a deal, and it's becomes more important when you want to start scaling it up into larger things. If you want to do a double Camelot, you're going to have a better diameter of rings, just so it doesn't get too tight. The other main difference between our Byzantine and traditional Byzantine is that on ours we use three spacers, the red ones. We use three of them there instead of two, which is traditional. And we do that because it makes it a lot tighter and less sloppy. So on the one I'm going to show you right now, remember the video I showed earlier about how to make ring closures? I'm going to use silver as the accent color and blue as the spacer color. So what you're going to do is close two of these spacer color rings, the silver ones, making sure that you have a good clean closure on every single ring. It's very important. And if you're working for us, that's what I'm going to harp on. Every single ring has to have a good closure. So close two of those until you're good and tight. Then you're going to take two more that you're going to open. By opening them, again, you just give that little quarter turn. Just open like that. You're going to spindle those two closed ones onto it, like that. And then you're going to close that ring. You want to make sure you get that little click when you're closing these. And check every single ring closure that you do. Rub it, make sure you can't feel it, look at it, make sure you can't see light through it. take another one of the cross colors, the silver ones, and open it, and put it through those same 2 rings. Like that. And then close that one. When you do that, you now have a chain that has 2 rings attached to 2 rings. What you want to do is pinch this first 2 rings, and this is one of those weaves that the farther you get into it, the easier it gets. But in the first couple sections, it's tough to keep it into place, but it'll get better as you go along, so have some faith and stick with it. Pinch those first 2, and then take the other 2, the butterfly wings, on top, split those apart like that, and you fold those down along the sides and pinch them. So, like I said, this is kind of tough on this first one. And then you're going to split those apart. So it looks like that. Now, actually what we're going to do this. Take 3 of your spacer rings, your blue ones, and open them up. Okay, and you're going to put those through any one of the pair. So it's like that, and then close it. Making sure you have a good clean closure. And do that 2 more times. Putting that blue through the same pair of silver rings. And close it. This is usually how I do it in the speed weaving, but we'll get that for the first step just so we have enough of a handle. So all 3 of those blue ones go through the same 2 silver. And close it. Once you've done this, you'll have a chain. Let me get that up here like this. You'll have a chain of 3 blue, 2 silver, and 2 silver. Just like that. Okay? This is your basic building block for Byzantine, or Camelot for us. What you're going to want to do is turn it upside down and grab those 2 blue ones. It's going to be our handle. You take the other ones on top and let them flop on either side of the silver rings, like that. See that? And then you fold those down and pinch them as well. Like I said, this is one of those things that gets easier the further you get into it. So you like that. Now split these wings here, these butterfly wings, apart. So it looks like that. And you take, before you do that, if you will open 3 of your other rings, your spacer rings, it'll make it easier. But you can do it with, you've got it in your hand. Just hold it and pinch it open. And then grab that spacer ring with your pliers. Take what you've got here. Looks like this. You got the spin pinch down there. You've got these split apart. Okay, and then you take your spacer ring, you kind of poke the blue ones in the middle down a little bit. Because you want to have, if you can see that, kind of a space between the silver and the blue, because that's what your blue one's going to go through. So it's just like that. Okay, and then you close that. And again, so now you're looking at something that looks like that. So that's how it looks one way. That's how it looks the other way. Now you're going to take 2 more of the spacer color ones and do that exact same thing again. Right through that air gap. And close it. And your third one. Through there. So you can see. And close it. Now when you're done with that, you've completed your first section. just like that. Okay. Now, through either one of the blue sections, you take two more silver ones, open them up, and put it through those three blue. So it's just like that. Get that stop moving for you, sorry. Close it. Put a second silver one in that exact same space. And close it. So when you're looking at it, again, okay, going down, you've got three blue ones, two silver ones, okay? You're going to throw on the floor again. Then you're going to take two more silver ones and open them and put them through those two silver you just put in. Okay, and close it. I apologize for the fuzziness on there. When they're wobbling around like that, they look kind of fuzzy. But do that 2 times. Right through those same silver, and close it. And I'm going to turn it upside down to show you again. Okay, so now your basic building block, again, you've got 3 blue, but 2 silver, and 2 silver. So you have the 3, 2, 2. See that? Okay, that's your basic building block. As I told you, it's going to be easier. So now you've got that other section to hold on to. You flop these on either side. Pinch them down. So it looks like that. And when you turn it, you spread those wings apart, and then put your spacer ring right through that hole. So you've got your butterfly wings open. Can you see that? My fat fingers out of the way. There you go. And that open spot's right where that ring goes. And then you close it. Do that 2 more times. Open it. You have the wings spread apart. You put it right through the hole. And you close it. You do that till you've got 3 of them through there. So when you're done with that step, okay, this is great. If you have your rings that look like that, off-center, they don't feel like they're right, that's just because one's gotten bunched into the other. If you take your pliers and grab the one that's not right, give it a little pull, they'll all straighten out. It's one of the troubleshooting things you get. They're all. So now you've got, let's see if I can do this one. 3 spacers across, 3 spacers across, 3 spacers across. Okay? Now again, we're going to do the same thing over again. Take 2 of the spacer or the cross colors, the silver ones. Put them through either side of the blue, it doesn't matter, as long as it goes through all 3 blue rings. And close it. silver one through that, and close it. That way again, so you got 2 silver ones through the 3 blue ones. Now you're going to put 2 more silver ones through these silver ones right here to get back to our basic building block, the 3, 2, 2. Okay, and close it. Constantly checking your ring closures. Your ring closures have to be good on every single closure. So now when you look at this, we're back to our basic building block. 3 blue, 2 silver, 2 silver, 3, 2, 2. Again, this is really going to show you where it starts getting easier because you now have a handle to hang on to. You just kind of pinch up on it to where you've got the 2 silver. The other 2 silver on top are flopped over. Tuck them down along the sides and pinch it. You turn it like so. Open the butterfly wings. Get my fat fingers out of the way. You can see that hole. That's where you put your 3 spacers through. So again, just grab 3 spacer rings that are opened. You just put it right through that hole, that eye. And close it. Do that 2 more times. And you'll have that next piece done. So again, this is your basic problem you're going to have with these. See how those are uneven like that? Just grab the middle one and pull it up. So you see it coming up, and then they'll all be even. You've got 3 spacers, you've got your crosses, notice your spacers alternate back and forth. So there's the first piece. And you just keep repeating this until you have any desired length that you want. Typical lengths, 7 inches for a bracelet, 10 inches for an anklet, 18 inches for a necklace, or 22 inches for a lariat. So again, if you're making Camelot for us, chances are we're asking you to make 22-inch pieces, because then we can break it down to whatever we need. Okay, see that? That's how it looks. Now if you'd like to do this, get to where you're a little bit faster at it, you can do speed weaving. So I'll show you how to do that real quick on your same piece, that way you don't have to start over again. What you're going to do, so a lot of times your rings come spindled together, which is kind of a pain in the ass when you're doing things, but here it's kind of handy. So you'll see that even though they're open, I want to stop bouncing, you've got 3 single rings like this. Close the top one and the bottom one, just as they are. Making sure that every single closure is tight and perfect. So then when you put your pliers on the middle one, you'll see, okay, the middle one there, the top one there is open. I guess you can't really see it very well, but maybe the contrast in my finger will show you. But the 2 underneath it are closed. Now take that middle one there, that one you've got on the top, open it up. So you've got that with the 2 on it. Put that through your 3 blue and close it. So now your piece looks like that. You've got 3 blue, 1 silver, 2 silver. Our basic building block is what? 3, 2, 2, right? So we need another open silver. And on this, what you're going to do is you're going to put it through those same 3 blue. So it kind of looks like this. And then you're just going to fold those those other 2 silver ones onto it. So again, now it looks like that, and close it. Then, when you turn it upside down, you can see our basic building block. 3 blue, 2 silver, 2 silver. So that just kind of shortens that one step. You're adding 3 rings at once instead of 1 ring at a time. Then you just do the same thing. You hold it, you let the top 2 flop down, pinch them, turn it, spread the butterfly wings open. So now you've got that nice hole. Put your 3 blue ones right through that hole. And that you do have to do one at a time. Just like that. Do that 2 more times. They're spindled all the time, so you just open them, dump off the one you don't need. Make sure the 2 are straight. Put your 3rd one through. Close it up. Okay, now here I was able to do it to show you. Here's the other common mistake you'll see. I don't know if you can see very well. You can see how the outside one is crossed over the middle one. If you have them crossed like that, it won't work. So you got to open that back up. So those are the 2 main troubleshooting points you'll have. They won't be even, so you pull the middle one out, or you'll cross one of them. So you just take it out, redo it. Close them all up real nice and tight. And then they're all 3 nice and straight again. So what we're going to do for our speed weaving, we're going to grab 1 silver ring, put 2 rings on it. So you have your 1 silver, 2 silver on it. You put it through the 3 blue and close it. Close the other 2 silver that are on top. So when you look at it, you have 3 blue, 1 silver, 2 silver. So we take our other silver, put it through the 3 blue ones, through the 2 silver ones that are hanging, close it up, and we're back to 3 blue, 2 silver, 2 silver, 3, 2, 2, our basic building block. Add your 3 spacers in, fold the wings down, split the wings apart, add your 3 blue, and close it. Making sure every single ring closure is tight. That way, you're right back to 3 spacers, 4 crosses, 3 spacers. And again, you just keep repeating that until you get the desired length that you have. When you're done with your piece, what you do is you take whatever your spacer color is, and pretend this is 7 inches instead of, I don't know, 1.5 inches. You'll put a silver through the 3 and close it. Now on the other end, you'll take another one of your spacer colors, and I forgot to bring a lobster, so let me just pirate one off of this real quick. You'll take your silver ring that you've opened on your lobster claw, or whatever kind of finding you have. You can see you got traditional regular lobster claw. That circle on the end there is called a bail. B-A-L-E, bail. So you put your spacer ring through the bail, and then through the end opposite of what you just put that in single one on, and close it. So now you've got your lobster on one end, single ring on the other end, that you can take and clip that lobster to. So it's just, well, you can see that. Maybe that'll be better. On the end there. And that's it for making Byzantine, or as we call it, Camelot. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm Reggie at Polly's Pleasures Jewelry, POLYSPLEASURES at hotmail.com, or you can see us through our website, pollyspleasures.com. Thank you, and hope to see your work soon.